Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at the Reveltech Amazing Yamaguchi Dabi from My Hero Academia. I'm cautiously optimistic about this one. I was hopeful for Shigaraki, but then the cape ended up being a bit annoying to pose, so I'm hoping that the coat on this one's going to be a little bit more enjoyable, and it'll be a better figure overall. Here's a look at the package. It's the standard Reveltech package in the newer style. I don't love this packaging, but it's what it is. Here's the picture of the figure on the left here. The My Hero logo on the top. Another picture on the side. Some more pictures on this side. And a bunch of pictures on the back, and here you can see the accessories. Here he is out of the package. He looks pretty good overall. He has a good silhouette. I like the color they went with for the scars on the arms and the neck and face. There's a lot of small painted details which look really nice. I do think his neck maybe looks a little bit long. Maybe that's accurate to the anime. I haven't looked at references of what he looks like in a while, but hopefully that'll allow for some good articulation and may look fine once he's posed. Get a little bit closer and look at these details. Some nice silver paint for all the little staples in the face, as well as some silver paint for the earrings. And those silver details come down to the chest. On his coat, those are just a light gray, and then some kind of bluish gray paint for the buttons here. More silver on the arms and the hands. It's a nice shiny silver as well, so it really pops, especially in the light. More details on the back here, although not as many. And it does have that sort of disjointed look that you get with some Reveltech figures with capes and such. I personally would have preferred the soft goods coat, but I think this will be alright. In between these panels, you can see the bits of thread that look pretty cool. And those you can kind of separate and move around. So I think that's a cool effect. Still would have preferred soft goods though, but that's okay. And then on the belt, some more painted details there. That all looks good. One little pouch on the side here. Oh, another pouch there as well. And then a bunch of these little stitches on the pants, all painted very cleanly. A little bit of silver details on the boots as well, and the bottom of the boots are painted. The tails of the coat can definitely get a little disjointed from the body though, especially if you try to pose them like hanging down close to the body. They kind of splay out up here near the waist. So they kind of need to be situated in a way that they're floofed outwards. Again, I think this won't be super noticeable once you get imposed. On to articulation. At the head, there's a double ball peg at the top here. And there's a hinge on the back of the hair, so you can cover that up some. Although it can look a little gappy from some angles. There's another ball peg at the bottom of the neck there. So looking up, you can look up very far, but he is a bit disconnected from the neck. You can kind of pose that away with different angles though. And then there is some side-to-side tilt. He will bump into the collar here. This is a hard plasticky piece, so you can't really scooch it out of the way. Not really preventable though, that's just part of the design, but he still gets pretty good range. And since it's a double ball peg, you can get his head tilted and looking wherever you want with some nuanced posing. And looking down, you can look down very far as well and bury his chin into his chest. So all good there. At the shoulders, there's a double ball hinge. So with both of those hinges, the arm can go up that far. The sleeve piece here is like a little cap that's clipped on in between the two hinges. Not really a ton of bicep swivel. Oh, mine was just stuck. There's a bit. Although, if you go too far, it seems it will pop that little cap off. So be careful with that. A single jointed elbow geez. That gets decent range, not the best range, but it's all right. And then there's another joint coming into the forearm here, just a little ball joint. So there's a ball hinge and then a little ball joint up in the forearm to squeak out a little bit extra range. And then a ball hinge at the wrist, so you shouldn't have any limitations there. But mine is pretty loose, and the hands want to fall off some. At the waist, he can bend back. Not a ton. And then forward. Very far. It does have a little bit of side-to-side tilt. Not really anything on this upper diaphragm joint. There is some on the lower. Oh, he does have some manner of butterfly joint. We can see here it fell off. There's a peg here, and that goes into a little peg hole here. So it's kind of weird. It rotates like mid-torso, I guess. It's a strange location for that joint, I think. But I guess it'll help you get a little bit more range out of the arms. Let's see if I can get this back on here. More bits falling off. Oh, geez. It's not the best experience posing when you have bits falling off. I don't know how I feel about this joint here. This like pseudo butterfly weird torso rotation joint. Anyway, moving on. This is a floating piece at the waist, so this shouldn't get in the way too much with rotation and whatnot. The hips will go out that far if you just pull them outwards, but like all the other Revoltech figures, if we rotate the leg forward, then it can go out all the way and you can situate the boot. This is a stiff one, so it's a struggle to get it to go back into place. Kicking forward, you can kick forward this much, back a decent amount. Saw the thigh swivel, it's at an angle. A single jointed knee that gets an okay amount of range. And then a ball joint at the foot. Goes back that much. Forward that much. And there is a toe hinge that seems pretty decent. Relatively stiff. There's also a joint in the top of the boot shin area. You have a bit of a hinge there as well. For the jacket, there are ball hinges throughout. So one here and then two at the bottom. So you can get some dynamic coat poses with that. The smaller ones down here, depending on the way they're situated out of the package, are a little finicky. At least mine were. But you can get that splayed out. And that looks pretty cool. I do like these little thread effects they have in between there. So overall, pretty good articulation. Some questionable things, I think. I don't know how much I'll use this, especially since it falls off pretty easy. Oh well, we've got that popped off. We can see that inside the rest of here, so that's fun. You can see the ball joint that goes into there, and then up into the top, and then the ball joint for the neck, and how that works. On to accessories other than the fist hands that come on him in the package. He'll also come with these kind of cupped palm hands, some reaching hands, wide open hands, and then one pointing hand. He'll come with this alternate head with white hair. I think that looks pretty good. It's got a bit of airbrushing, so it's lighter on the top than it is on the bottom and has a nice shaded effect. So I think that looks nice. Then we can see the kind of neutral face that comes on him in the package here. And that looks to be the same face that comes on this head as well. Then he'll come with these 5 additional faces. 2 where he's looking to the side. 1 where the eyes are kind of squinted and the mouth's open like he's talking. 1 with the gritted teeth. And then this one where one eye's more closed than the others and the mouth is open. I think I like that one the best. It's very expressive. These are all painted really well. A lot of good details on all of them. All the eyes are slightly shaded on the top half, and they all have the nice silver painted details. So they did a good job with these. He'll also come with these little half hands, so you can stick the hands in the pockets. And those just are like half a hand with a little tab on it, and it tabs into the hole in the pocket there. And it's a pretty good effect. I think it works well. Then he'll also come with some blue fire effects. 2 of these that are in the package situated kind of cylindrical, and there's a ball hinge on either side here, but these can separate to be 2 effects each, so 4 overall. And then you can peg those into the figure. There are holes on the shoulders and on the legs. Some of these hands also have holes, the 2 that are splayed open. I forgot to mention that. So you can get these situated on him however you'd like. And those look pretty good. They have a nice translucency. I think the sculpt is pretty good. I don't like them as much as the other fire effects. And then here's the other flame effect he'll come with. Comes with 2 of these as well. They're more blue at the top and clear at the bottom. I think they have a very good shape to them, and they're also a bit more glossy than these effects. So I just like the way this one looks a bit better overall than these. I may end up liking these more once I get imposed, but I think these look really nice. And here he is holding that effect. It's just pegged into the hand there. Also has a ball hinge on the back. Yeah, I think once he's decked out with all the fire effects, he'll end up looking pretty cool. He'll also come with this Foosh onomatopoeia effect. This looks really nice. I think these are fun to include. And along with that, there's this little acrylic stand that has a little part that will hold onto this. You can just slip it in there. And then get it posed behind him. There's 2 little swivelly joints here and 1 at the bottom here. And finally, he'll come with the display stand. It's just a standard Revoltech display stand that comes with all of them. And it's got the little arm. These are always really loose out of the box, and you have to tighten them up with a screwdriver. And I think he has a peg hole somewhere in the back. Yeah, at the top of the butt here. It's pretty tight. I think you'll have to heat him up before you get that in there. But yeah, pretty good spread of accessories. For sizing comparisons, Dabi's standing at about 5 3/4 inches tall. Oh, here he is next to Todoroki and Endeavor. I definitely think he looks a bit better than Todoroki. Endeavor's a little more difficult to compare since he's a bit bigger. I do like his fire effects more than Endeavor's though. These would have been nice if they were more translucent like this. He looks good with them though. Standing here in this neutral pose, the coat does have like a nice flow to it. I like how this one on the bottom is curved to the front and this one kind of swoops back a little bit more. I'm looking forward to that new SH Figure Arts Todoroki. I feel like this one's showing its age a little bit, even though it's not that old. It's just that Amazing Yamaguchi has improved a lot over the years. Here he is with the two other Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero Academia figures that came out this year, Shigaraki and Aizawa. I definitely like Dabi more than Shigaraki. Shigaraki's cape is annoying to pose. I think I like Aizawa a little bit more as a figure. He's been a little bit more fun to pose so far, but Dabi's growing on me. And Dabi does have more visual interest just due to his design. Aizawa's a little bit plain, being all black with just the scarf. For a couple other villains that I had on the desk, here's the SH Figuarts Kaiju number 9 and the SH Figuarts Itachi. I have reviews up for both of these, so go check those out if you haven't seen them. Kaiju number 9 in particular is great. And then for a couple domestic figures, here he is with the NECA Last Ronin Leonardo and Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Nightcrawler. So I didn't have great initial impressions when I got him out of the box, but he definitely grew on me a lot throughout the review. I don't think it's a perfect figure, and it does have some of the Amazing Yamaguchi quirks, but if you're a fan of Dabi, or if you like Amazing Yamaguchi figures, I think you'll enjoy this one. He's got a whole bunch of paint and details, the fire effects are very nice, there's a lot of good faces, and I don't think his coat is that egregious. It's not as annoying as Shigaraki's cape, certainly. So I'd be okay with recommending this one. I think he's a fun villain that will go well with the other My Hero figures. And even if you don't have the other Amazing Yamaguchi My Hero figures, the new SH Figuarts ones are coming out soon. It'll be fun to pose with the new Todoroki and those effects they'll come with. So I'm happy to have this one. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I hope it helped you decide if you were going to get this figure. If you did purchase this figure, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Richie, the people want to see you in the action figure reviews.